There's two types of work. One type of work is the graft, the video, the editing, the physicality of, oh, this is boring, I've got to sit and do it. And the other kind of work is, why do I keep repeating this pattern and ending up in a situation I don't want to be in? Can I look at what the belief is or the conditioning or the training is? Can I do the healing? Can I go to therapy? Can I have the release? And I don't think you can skip either of those. I don't think you can say, I see the way I'm like this, brilliant, now that I've seen it, I'm willing to let it go. Because in life, events that happen will rub up against us and trigger us into an automatic subconscious response. And our subconscious is a beautiful thing because the world is so overwhelming, we can't process every single bit of data and consciously decide that's relevant, that's not relevant, let it go, that's relevant, that's relevant. So our subconscious is constantly going, I'll just tie my laces while I plan my day. I will focus on what I'm doing here and just let all of this information around me disappear or fade into the background. It's not relevant. But I think the same happens in behaviour. So let's say you see two people and they're hugging and cuddling and they're really close, and you have this subconscious feeling of feeling left out or feeling left behind or feeling abandoned. You don't consciously process it and go, oh, those people are doing this and it's triggering this memory and I'm responding this way. That is all subconscious. And so when I say you can't skip the lessons, you have to identify what the skills are that you need to build in order to become the person who can hold the result. But you've also got to identify where you're sabotaging and how you're holding yourself back. And seeing it isn't enough. You've got to go deep. And for me, I always start with the books like You Can Heal Your Life, books like How to Do the Work. I'm going to reference some of them below. But then we can go further and get into therapy, somatic release, which is huge. A lot of people are talking about that now. Nervous system regulation, meditation, walks in nature, gardening, all of these beautiful things that consciously help us process and almost minimize the subconscious trigger and the subconscious response that we have to certain situations. And I filmed a whole YouTube video on this. I'm going to link it below just in case you want to go a little bit deeper into that topic. But my second thing is you can't skip the lessons. The reason I'm bringing it up is, and I'll just highlight it perfectly with this, there are people who say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, and they can't save 10 grand. And they don't realise that talking about becoming a millionaire is so wild when they can't save 10 grand, but they think they can skip the lesson of saving 10 grand because they're just going to make it big and the million will solve everything, or the book that takes off, or the course that explodes, or the video that goes viral will solve everything. But it can't happen that way. You can't skip the lessons, you can't skip the steps. So how would you break it down? In two ways. In the first instance, what is the answer? What is the plan? What skills do you need? What processes do you need to go through? What do you need to build? And on the other side, what do you think your issues are? What do you think your behavioural responses are? Where do you think your limitations are and your blocks, and what healing do you think you have to do? And what is the stuff you've turned away from because you thought, not today, it's too heavy, it's too hard? That's the stuff I think we probably do have to lean into and walk through and heal in order to access the next level of what's available to us. And isn't that why we're here? To learn how to love ourselves and other people and be more tolerant, more accepting, less judgmental. And the other side is to acquire knowledge. How can you acquire knowledge if you say, selectively, I'm going to ignore the bits that are difficult and just pursue the bits that come more easily to me? That doesn't work, does it? We have to do both.